virtual DOM. These are three basic things we learned. I explained that point. So what is DOM, shadow DOM, and virtual DOM? I hope you got the clarity. DOM is the hierarchy of elements in page, and shadow DOM is the hierarchy of elements within the component. I showed you that. Virtual DOM is a duplicate of DOM in memory. So what is advantage of this is it is faster in rendering. So it is faster in rendering and all, right? And already I explained the course content and everything. If you missed those sessions, anybody, so we have a Google Drive link. You can get the Google Drive link. Classroom related contents and everything I already explained in previous demos. And if this is the React, our classroom related code. So you can get here. This is the code. So if anybody missed the first session, you can watch those videos there. This is the classroom related QR code. All the classroom notes will be here. And in that complete course content is also there. You can go through it. If you want to know what is the course content, what topics we are going to learn, the course content is uploaded in this. You can go through that. So every day, these demo related videos and classes we will upload into that location, right? So we already discussed about the features. It is faster in rendering. It is modular in approach. It is loosely coupled. Am I right? Loosely coupled and extensible. It uses async techniques, asynchronous. So all these are the key features of React, which already we discussed, right? We learned about the features and we discussed about that. And one more is what? Component based. These are all the things. Now, what are the concerns about React? That means what are the concerns? So what are the concerns of React? So what are the cons, right? Concerns of React means, as I already told you, developers are not completely satisfied with. Every developer don't have a good idea on what means. They don't have good opinion on what React is providing. So that's the reason even some companies don't go with React. They may use other frameworks, other libraries and all. But majority people are using React. What are the concerns of React is, first thing, actually, first, every developer should know that React is not designed for what you are using. So hence lot of gaps. We have a lot of gaps. That is the first thing you should know. Actually, React is not a library which is designed for us. We are using it, but it is not designed for our requirements. Actually, I will explain the point. You know Facebook, right? So I hope you people aware Google and Facebook. You are aware of Google and Facebook. Do you know Google Google have developer community, and Facebook also have developers. Facebook developers community is there. Google developer, Facebook developer communities are there. What you can do is, I will show you. So this is developer.facebook.com. This is a Facebook developer community, developersfacebook.com. This is Facebook developers community. Do you have any idea what happens here? Any idea what happens here? Have you ever been here? You may not be aware of this, but actually majority several developers know this. What is this developers community is? Facebook says that you as a developer, you can build apps for Facebook and give to us. For example, you see Google Play Store. In Google Play Store, so many apps are present. Are all those apps built by Google? No. That means as developer, you can design an app and you can give it to those people. If they like your app, they will promote your app, will give the app to others, and they monetize. That means they pay money for that. That means based on number of people downloading, using, people get money, developers get money. Actually, this is such community. That means what you can do is you can develop apps and give to Facebook, and Facebook, if it like, they can promote those apps to you. Actually, you see in your Facebook, several apps are shown, like photo mixing app, suppose some like age app, after few years how you look like, some artificial intelligence app, some games. These are all not built by Facebook directly. These are built by developers which are in the community of Facebook. This is the developers community. So actually Facebook says that, Google says that you build your apps and give to us. So we will, if we like, we will promote those apps. Now the question from developer is, which technology I should use? Which technology I should use? So in the beginning, developers asked these communities what technology we should use. Then these people, Google, Facebook people said that whatever technology you know, use it. You are Java developer, use Java. You are a .NET developer, use .NET. You are PHP, Python, use them. Use them and give to us. We will take care about them, right? That is the condition point. That means they say that whatever technology you know, you use it. Then we started developing apps. Then we given those apps to Facebook communities and Google communities. But our developers were not satisfied. Our developers were not satisfied because when we see Facebook, their original apps, and Google's original apps, and our apps, lot of difference is there. Then we asked Google and Facebook people what you are using. What you are using. Then Google, Facebook people said that, Google said that we internally using our own framework called AngularJS. And Facebook said that we have our own library called React.js. That means before the world outside knows about React and Angular, these were already there. They are used by those communities internally. Then our developers asked that, then why can't you give them to us so that we will also build apps with them? Then after several years, what they have done is they made these technologies as open source, saying that, okay, you also use this and build apps. That is, so React, Angular are not new inventions. They are discovery. You know the meaning, na? invention and discovery. Discovery means it is already there, but you know about it now. So Angular, React are not invention by developers. Actually, they are discovery. That means generally you see developers, Google community is also there. Developer.google.com. This is developer Google community. This is the Google developers community. This is the Google developers community. They always talk about building applications given to them. Actually, like this, so many languages and technologies are there which you don't know, right? But they internally use. After few years, our developers show a lot of interest on them, and they simply say that, please give it to us so that we will also use it. I hope you people know Google's very popular language, which is becoming very popular these days, is, Go language. Have you heard about that? Go language. This is Go programming language. It is a programming language used by Google people internally. They use this even for artificial intelligence apps, right? But you may not know about this. But Google internally uses this language. After few days, when everybody starts using these, it becomes popular, then you will know. Then also, if outer world is interested in this, our companies are interested in using this language in building apps, then it will be used. Like this, so many languages will be there which you may not know. Internally used by so many people. This is very popular. Actually, we or Naresh Technologies is a collaborated with NASSCOM. NASSCOM is Government of India, so Technical Education Service. And this NASSCOM means this NASSCOM have several IITs. IITs are collaborated into this NASSCOM. Frequently, we get requirement of training different technologies from even IITs. IITs also, because we are partner of NASSCOM, IITs will approach us to deliver training on certain technologies, right? They communicate with these NASSCOM affiliated things. And very frequently we get these days requirement about for IITs training the language Go. That means now imagine IITs are learning this language, then you can imagine its abilities. That means IIT people simply don't learn any technology. So they are learning certain technology, means they have very huge future plan on that. So the IIT's abilities, right? No need to tell anybody, right? So the point here is you may not know about some technologies, but they are very popular internally. And later they can become popular explicitly. Everybody may come to know about that. React and Angular are like that. React and Angular started their journey so internally in Google and Facebook. Later they become popular for developers. So the point here is React designed for your requirements? No, it is designed for Facebook requirements. Is Angular designed for your requirements? No, it is designed for Google requirement. Then how it will satisfy your requirements? You are using some technology which is not designed for you. Then obviously so many issues will be there. So many gaps are there that you will feel and you will see while learning React. While learning React and Angular, you will practically feel it. You will even see the solution for it. That means you will see that React is not capable of doing everything. Angular is not capable of doing everything. It needs help from several third parties. That means how the gaps are filled. So it requires lot of third party third-party integrations. It requires lot of third-party integrations. That means only React cannot manage everything. You need lot of third-party integrations. Generally, whenever we start React, people who don't know properly about React and all, because majority people have just outline knowledge, they don't really know everything, and they will ask like, in React, will you teach will you teach Redux? The point is Redux is a JavaScript library for state management. Why we should teach this in React? It is a JavaScript library for any JavaScript application. If you already worked on any JavaScript applications and you have worked on state management, then you should know already Redux. But people don't know that much JavaScript. They know JavaScript means only events, DOM manipulations. They don't know anything else other than that. In that case, they think that this is a concept used with React. But that is not a concept of React. It is a third party which is used in every JavaScript technologies to manage state. Like that, so many third parties. Suppose we need to communicate with API. Generally in JavaScript, what you do? In JavaScript, you use fetch promises. In jQuery, you will use Ajax methods. But in React, you don't have anything. If I don't have anything, how do I interact with APIs? Then you ask them to use your JavaScript techniques, use your jQuery techniques, or use any third party. Suppose I need to design some validation in a form. Design validation in a form, React internally don't have anything. Then we need to use JavaScript validations, jQuery validations, or any third-party validation. For every concept, complex thing, we need to depend on a third party. There is no direct solution in React. If even it is having a direct solution, it is lengthy, and developers are not interested in that. That's the reason while learning React, you will learn a lot of third parties. That means to design a form, you will learn one third party. To design validation in form, you will learn a third party. To manage state, you learn a third party. So that means for every reason you need third party. To communicate with API, you need a third party. Then what React is having? That means React is limited with certain functionalities. Everything you need help of a third party. Even you need lot of third parties. Developers are interested in this. Why developers are interested in this? Because they can build like by using all integrations. That means any technology is providing some standard procedure, you will follow the same. But if any technology is providing the procedure of adding so many plugins from third parties, then you can build more better. I hope you know that, right? That means if any technology is providing plugin of so many things, then you can build more better. You borrow some advanced things from here, borrow another advanced thing from another location, and put that in your app and make it good. That is the advantage. That's the reason these are all concerns of React. One of the major concern is it is not designed for you. Now, obviously, gaps will come. To fill the gaps, you need to depend on a lot of third parties. These are the basic concerns, right? Later, you will learn other concerns related to state management, related to others. I will explain. I will not go into them now because you can't understand until or unless you start learning them. Once you start learning them, you can. Right? These are the ones. Others you are going to see when we start working with React. This is basically the features of React. So what you learned till now is what is React and what are the features of React and what are the concerns. What are the concerns about React? Now let's see how to use React. So this is important. So this is using React library, using React library in building complex UI. Using the React library in building complex UI. That is the concept now. What is the purpose of React? React is a library. It is used for building user interface. How to use React in building a good interface? So how to use the React and how to build good interface, we will see. Actually, there are so many things. There are 2 points I will explain here. So because many people are not aware of this, first thing you should know that you can use React. You can use React in an existing web application. You can use React in an existing web application. That means already you are having a web application. You are using an web application. You are building an web application. In that web application, already you are having HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, jQuery, and you want to make your UI more better, then you can use React. What generally people think, they think in one way only. They think that React is used for building only single page applications. No, not like that. React is used in ordinary general web applications also. I will show you that. We will see that. That means you are building a general web application. In that also you can use React. You can use React in a general web application. You can create a separate React application. You can build a separate React application. You can use React in existing application. All techniques I will show you how. Actually, what is the first thing? How to use React in an existing web application. This I will show you today. Today we are going to learn how to use React library in an existing application and how we can make our user interface better. I think you already know, instead of using React, you can also use jQuery as a library. By using jQuery as a library, you can build good interface. But more features when compared to jQuery, React provides. So we can try React. We can use Angular. Remember, Angular and React are not the technologies which you can which are used only for building separate apps. They can be used in existing apps. And sometimes you will be surprised that in one app, both Angular and React can work. In one application, both Angular and React can be used. That's possible, and I will show you also. The point here is, it's not like React applications are separate, because on YouTube or so any resources online, when you try to learn React, you will learn that everybody shows you creating a React application, designing that application. But very few people will show you that how React is used in an existing application. Because React is not just to build a separate application. What is the purpose of React? It is a library for building good interface. If you already have an application, you can make that interface more better by adding React to your application. That is what we are going to see now. First, we will see that today. So first, how to create a web application and how do we use React in that web application. Let's see this entire process. For that, so 2 procedures are there. Why 2 procedures? Because actually React up to 18 version, React up to 18 version is different. Up to 18 version is different. From 18 onwards, it is different. That means React 2 versions are used in companies. companies are currently majority already existing projects are, it is in React 16 or 17 like versions. React 18 is the latest version. And in React 18, so many differences are there, so many changes are there. So you can say that almost 60 to 70% React changed when compared to its previous version. Generally, previous version, current version means few changes will be there. But now React 18 has a lot of changes. So many new things are there. I will show you both versions, how to handle them. Up to React up to 18 version. So provides CDN library for using React in existing application. And React 18 and plus versions, 18 and higher version, so requires a library to set up for existing application. For existing application. I will show you both. How React 18 version provides the CDN links library and how we can set up the library and use it here, right? We'll see that. Actually, React is going to provide these two techniques. How to use them, I will show you. The process I will show how to handle that. So what first I am showing you is example I am showing you, creating using React in existing web application with version up to 17, up to 18. Using React in existing web application with version up to 18. How we do that? For that, what are the steps? I will show you what we can do. First thing, what you have to do, I hope you are already working with JavaScript or HTML. You already know them, because in React, we are not going to learn any JavaScript. We have to use it, right? This class will not teach you any JavaScript. We are just using JavaScript. So you should already know HTML and JavaScript to start working with this React. Okay. And for that, I think you know how to set up the environment. First, what you have to do is, so download and install Node.js on your PC. You download and install Node.js on your PC. Actually, Node.js will provide a package manager called NPM. By using this NPM package manager, you can install libraries, you can install, uninstall, update, you can manage all the libraries. There are so many package managers like Yarn, like NuGet, so many package managers are there. But we are going to use this Node.js package manager because when you download this, it will give a package manager called what? NPM. NPM is the package manager. I hope everybody's computer you installed this one. If not, you have to install, because if you already worked in HTML, JavaScript, this Node package manager you should have worked on, right? Otherwise, you install it. So I will show you. This is the official Node.js library. Node.js. This is the official Node.js. And you can download and install the Node.js on your PC. Currently, the version of Node.js is 20, but 20 is for the people who want to extend and see the new features. So currently, this is not required for you. You can still work with which version? 18. So this is for the people who want to update and they want to see if already they are having Node. So if you are new users, then you can just download this 18 version and install on your PC. I hope everybody who came from background of JavaScript, they know this. You have to install this Node.js on your PC. Okay. And once you install this Node.js on your PC, I will copy this URL. And I think you already using some editors. You are already using some editors, right? Which editor? Visual Studio Code. We are going to use that editor here, right? There are so many editors. You have to download and install Visual Studio Code editor. Visual Studio Code editor, because you know that to develop, to build, debug, test, you need some editors. There are so many editors, and we are going to use this Visual Studio Code editor. Visual Studio Code editor is used for working with our applications. We are going to use this editor. You download and install this editor also on your PC. This is a Visual Studio Code editor. I will give the official link here. This is Visual Studio Code editor. These are available cross-platform. So which operating system you are using, you can download for that. Because they are available across all platforms, you can install them. And one more is, currently we are learning how to use React in existing application. So you need one server to start run the project and use them. So what you do is install extensions in Visual Studio Code. You need to install some extensions in Visual Studio Code. I recommend the extensions like Live Server. You install a Live Server. You install VS Code icons. It is a good one. You install IntelliSense class names in HTML. This will in working with lot of C. You are, because remember, you are a React developer. What is your job? What is the job of React developer? Building good user interface. And you say that I don't know CSS, it is like joke. Seriously. Why? Because many people come with this point that, sir, I don't know CSS. What should I do? Learn. Because React developer cannot say that I don't know CSS, JavaScript, HTML. Right? These are all basics of UI designing. You are an advanced UI developer with React. That means you must already know all these things, right? For learning, it's okay. But for working, you cannot work. You need to have good knowledge on HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and Bootstrap like things. Because you know, Bootstrap is also a component library. Of course, in React, we have a separate component library, but that may not satisfy. For example, in a website, you want carousel. Carousel means sliding banners and all. React don't have that. That means React apps don't have carousels. They will have. Then how do we design? By using Bootstrap, nav bars and all such things we have to do. We have to take help of lot of CSS third parties. So this will help you in getting more tips on CSS class names while using the CSS. So first thing, you make sure that in your computer you install Node.js, and after that you installed VS Code as editor. I hope everybody have these two, right? Because you already learned them. And install these extensions. These are the extensions you need to install. Okay. Once we do this, now how to create a project? That means this is the environment setup. After that, what you have to do is create a new folder on your PC. So for web application, for a web application, you create a new folder. Just create one new folder. So you create a new folder on your PC for your web application. Currently, what I am showing, I am not showing how to build a React application. I am showing how to use React in existing application. First, you should have some web application. We will create one web application, right? Let's see. So to create a new web application, first you create a new folder. So in my PC, I will E drive, D drive, C drive, something. I will create new folder and I will name it as web application. Just roughly, I am giving the name web application. Okay. This is a web application. So I created one folder there. I chosen this one, web application. Okay, this is our project related folder. Now what you do is here open your project folder and folder in VS Code and set up the following environment. What is the environment for a web application? The basic environment for web application I will show you. We will set up that. Let's see. So what you have to do is open this folder in VS Code. Let's open VS Code, Visual Studio Code. This is the editor we are going to use. All our React related development, everything we will learn in this, right? Now, in this Visual Studio Code, this is the Visual Studio Code. I hope you know how to install extensions now. So there is an extensions button. You have to go to that extensions and you have to install live server. You search for live server extension and you will see there is a live server extension you can start. I already installed that live server. You have to just add that live server. There is another one like, what is it? VS Code icons. You can search this code icons is also good because in a project you have to work hundreds of files, different types of files. Will make easy to understand. By seeing the icon, we can tell what type of file it is. Huh? So these are, another one is IntelliSense. IntelliSense for CSS class names. CSS class names. You can use this. This is good for using CSS later. It will help in React while writing CSS, different types of options it will give you. Okay. These are enough. Now open your project folder. What is your project folder? In application. This is an empty project. How will make the professional web application? What we will do is first, so open terminal in VS Code and run the command. You have to run the command npm init and y. So you have to open the terminal in VS Code and you need to run this command npm init y. I hope you people know that this command is going to generate, it generates package.json file. I hope everybody knows that in every web application, there will be a file called package.json. Can you tell what that file is? Package.json contains project metadata. Project metadata means what is the project name, what is its version, what are the dependencies used in this project, which version dependencies are used, dependencies is libraries and all your project related configuration is present in this package JSON. Library configuration is present here. So to generate this package JSON, you have to run the command npm init-y. npm is Node Package Manager. You will get this only after installing Node.js, right? What you do now, go here and open the terminal. This is the terminal we are having. This is terminal. In the terminal, this is actually command prompt, right? From here, you have to run the command npm init and flag y. This is going to generate. You see, our web application is currently empty. It is not having anything. Just you run this command and hit enter, and you can see this will generate a package JSON file. That is package JSON file. So this is a simple package JSON file. Later, we will learn more about this file. We will write configurations. We will set up the configurations and all in this file. Initially, just this file is mandatory for every project. Okay. We added that file. After that, as per the project tradition, you know that add following folders into project. I hope you people know every project have folder like public. It will have folder like SRC. As per the standards, every project have these public and SRC folder. And I hope you people know what is kept in public. Public folder actually comprises of static resources. Static resources means like HTML, like images, like documents, docs, text docs, PDF docs, everything, all we keep in this public folder. As per the standards of a web application, professionally, every web application have a folder called public. And public usually contains all static resources like your HTML files, images, documents, everything you can keep in this folder. SRC comprises of dynamic resources. Dynamic resources like all these are present. We have JSX1. Later you will see different. These are all actually SRs. So as per the project tradition, every project comprises of this. That means every project contains things. So this is basically required in every project. Let's open our project. Here I'm adding a new folder. You can see there is a new folder button, and I will add a folder called public, and I will add another folder called SRC. This is the folder. And as per the basic rules, you know that every project starts with index.html. So where we keep that in public, we will keep a new file. What is that? Index.html. This is your startup page. This is your startup page. So remember, this is not a single page application. This is a traditional web application. In this application also, you can use React. That is the point we are learning. That means in any web application, you may be using Java, .NET, PHP, Python. In any web application, in any page, you can use React. Remember, it is not necessary that use React in every page. Only one page can use React. That means you can design in such a way that only one page can use React. It's not necessary that entire application is React. Only one page is using React. React library is such modular. I told you now modular. Modular means part by part. You can load only what is needed. That means you can use only where you need it. That's the ability of React, right? I will show you now. So we will add a startup page. Add a startup page. What is the startup page? Index.html in which folder? Public. Add a startup page called index.html in public folder. So I will just add a index.html page. Let's put some code here. This is a simple HTML page. And I will give the page title as what? Index. And here I will put a heading. So welcome to web application. This is a web application. So this page is not using React. I am just giving hint. This page is not using React. Currently, this is an ordinary HTML page. This page is not using React. We will do one thing. We will add another file. I will add a new file called home.html. In this home.html, we will put here a heading. So I will put here heading as home. And I want React to work in this page. That means I want React only in this page. I already told you React is not build one app. A library. That means I want to only. We will go to index page. Here we will put a link. I will anchor, and here I will say home and href. It will navigate page.html. So here I will give some message saying that so React is in a home page. Like this I will give. So that means this is another simple paragraph we keep. Okay. Now let's run this. I will right click and open with live server. Right click in index and open with live server. We install live server plugin and you can see that it will start our project, our application here. It's a ordinary simple web application. It shows like this. It says that welcome to web application. This page is not using React. React is in home page. When user clicks on home page, I want React to work. I want to use React in that page. Let's see how. So that means I want React in this page. And see, when user clicks on this home will come. Currently React is not there. What I want is, I want React to take control of a div here. I want to take control of a div and put a message in the div, welcome to React. That means I want React library to take control of this div and put a message in the div, welcome to React. That is what we want to implement here. Let's see how we can do that. And see, currently I am showing you React up to 18 version, currently 18, 18.1, 18.2, 18.1.11.2, like that versions are there. So actually React up to 18 version, different technique, from 18 different technique. Because even I showed you React 18 technique. So remember React 18 from past 1 month it's changed. Means recent, very recent things came, changed their library also. So actually it was React.js. Now it is React Dev. Earlier they used to call as React.js. Now they are calling as React what? Dev. Its official library also changed. Their official library changed. Website also changed. Their official website changed from reactjs.org to it changed to react.dev. They recently changed. Very recently they changed it. Just few weeks back they changed this development. That means remember one of major headache is one library which versions will be very fastly updated. I haven't mentioned, but in every drawbacks, people mention that React have a poor documentation. React have a poor documentation means they are saying that React don't have good help, right? Why it is not having good help? Because by the time you finish React in this session, one more version may come. That means one more version will be ready. You need to update, right? That means so fast that in a year we are expecting 3 to 4 versions every year. Every year 3 to 4 versions. That means you need to keep update yourself with React. What you learned today is not final, right? After few days, you need to check what new thing they added. You need to keep updated yourself. I will show you, right? So the point is generally now what I want in this page is React to take control of this page, and we want React to display some message in the div. What that message is, I want the message as welcome to React. Generally, how JavaScript will do? JavaScript will use one event on load. On load means body load. On body load, document dot get element by ID or query selector div. In the div inner HTML, some message, you know that. jQuery does it in a simple way, little simple way. And how React does, we will see. Now, how to use React in our app? Let's see in this page how to use React. So we add a startup page. We added one startup page called index.html. I will put this code for your reference. I will put this code, and in this we are not using React. And we will add another page. Add another page in public folder, and that page is home.html. Now in this page, if many times people ask this question also, like if JavaScript is not enabled in browser, will React work? No chance. Any JavaScript based technology will not work if JavaScript is not enabled. JavaScript is not enabled. So when you are developing and when you are using React, you have to tell the client that please enable JavaScript in your browser. If accidentally JavaScript is not enabled in your browser, React will not work. How to check JavaScript enabled or not? In this page, we use, in HTML, how to verify JavaScript enabled or not. We use no script element now. In HTML, we have an element called no script, which will verify whether JavaScript is working or not. If JavaScript is not working, it should display a message. Please enable what? Please enable JavaScript in your browser. Otherwise, React will not work. So it is very important that in which page you are trying to use React, put this message. Because when user is watching your application, accidentally if JavaScript is disabled, then this message will come to him. Because you know that in a browser, JavaScript can be disabled. If JavaScript is disabled, React will not work. So for example, you see now in the home page, you cannot see this message. Why we cannot see this message? Because React currently JavaScript is working in browser. I will go to edge:/settings. This is my browser settings, Edge settings, Chrome settings, any. In Edge settings, I'm searching for JavaScript. I'm searching for JavaScript, and you can see JavaScript settings came, and JavaScript is currently allowed. I will disable JavaScript. I am not allowing JavaScript. Then you see now, if JavaScript is disabled, then it will show that message. Please enable JavaScript in your browser. React will not work if JavaScript is disabled. So make sure that you show this message to client. And you know that in HTML, we do that by using no script element. If JavaScript is enabled, then this message will not come and your React will work, because React will not work if JavaScript is disabled. That's the reason wherever you are trying to use React, first put this message. Okay, now how to use React in the page? Home.html, this page is not complete. We have to do a lot of things here. Now, here, a very important point I need to tell. So to use React in any web page, you need following libraries. Three basic libraries are there. One is React, another one is React DOM, and you need Babel. These are the three libraries you need. React, React DOM, and Babel. These three are the basic libraries you need anywhere to use React. And what are these three libraries actually? One, React is actually it is the core library. It is the core library of React. It is the core library of React. React DOM, it is virtual DOM library. That means it is used to manipulate virtual DOM. We learned that React is going to manage virtual DOM. To manage virtual DOM, you need this React DOM library. You know that React is not going to interact with actual DOM. It is going to interact with virtual DOM. Then use React DOM library, and Babel is nothing but it is a JavaScript compiler. It is a JavaScript compiler. Babel is a JavaScript compiler. You need a JavaScript compiler because any JavaScript based library requires a JavaScript compiler to compile JavaScript. We have so many JavaScript compilers like V8, Node, and Babel. These are all different types of compilers. One of the popular compiler for JavaScript is Babel. And remember, you know that JavaScript is an interpreted programming language. Interpreted programming language as well as compiled. It's both. If JavaScript is used in a browser, then interpreter will work. You don't need a compiler. But if JavaScript is used outside browser separately to compile, we need a compiler. And Babel is that compiler. Angular, React, Vue, all these people use this compiler, Babel. It is a JavaScript compiler. It is a compiler you need for React, right? Actually, Babel is a very important compiler here. Babel JS.io. It is a JavaScript compiler. And all modern JavaScript applications use this compiler. They use this compiler. Okay. Now, this is the point. Now, we need to set up these libraries. Now, the question is how to get these libraries? How to get these libraries? So, up to React 18 version, that means you can say 16, 17, and 18 versions. Up to React 18 version, CDN links are provided for library. CDN links are provided for library. You can download them. We can copy those CDN links. We can copy the CDN links and we can use the CDN links. Up to which version? You know CDN links. CDN links means you can directly access from their website, right? So earlier you can find these CDN links in website. but now their website is changed completely. That is the reason what you have to do is you need to go here. You need to search React. Actually, this is the old website. React.js.org is their old. It is now changed. If I visit this, it is changed to react.dev. And recently they changed this. Very recently they changed. Earlier is that. And here they are not providing any CDN. Here they are not providing any CDN because they changed. They recommend that from latest version, don't use any CDN. Don't use any CDN, and it become legacy now. Legacy means it is not in use anymore, but old versions can still use, right? Your companies may be still using. So what you do is you have to search here Google. You have to Google as React.js CDN links. This is actually the CDN links official. I will copy this for your direct visiting sake here. You have to go here. Legacy.reactjs.org, because their website changed recently. What is their current website? React.dev. This is their old website. Legacy. And why I said recent? Recent means very recent it is. Very recent means just passed from 1 month. 3-4 weeks happened, they changed this. Right? And previously they used to have this. Still it is there. Their old version libraries they keep in that. You can get it from here. What you have to do, you have to visit this. They will provide you the CDN links. Observe here. Let's visit that. You see, officially they say that these docs are old, won't be updated. So go to react.dev, which is the new React documents. Right? Officially they recommend this. Officially they are recommending. That means how to add React to an existing application. They say that use this now. Don't try the old method anymore. They are saying that we are not going to update this anymore. This is finished. It is outdated now. But still your companies are using. Unfortunately, because every time they don't update. A project started 1 year back. In between last month, they changed this library. That means they will change entire project now. They are not going to do that. That is the problem is there. So you need to make sure that you first understand which version you are learning. I'm clearly explaining. First, I am showing you up to which version, up to 18. In the next level, I will show you latest 18 higher onwards, how to do that, right? Now see, go to these CDN links, copy them. You see 2 libraries are required. One is React library, another one React DOM library. So copy these scripts, okay? Actually, they will provide 2 libraries, development library, production. You know that development library means .js, production library means min.js. You know, minified files. When you learn JavaScript and CSS, you learn that minified files are used for production and the original files are used for development. Actually, they have to, you see, they said that this is for production, that is min.js, and this is for development, that is development.js. This is development we required. We will copy them. We will go here and we will paste in the head section. Okay, 2 libraries are ready. One more library you need. Which one? Babel library you need. That means what you have to do, visit the official website of Babel. Visit the official website of Babel. This is babeljs.io. This is the official website of Babel. In this official website of Babel, you will find docs. Go to the docs and you can see in this docs, you will find presets and you will see actually one library that we need is Babel standalone library. See where that standalone library is there. A Babel standalone library is required. Huh? standalone. Standalone library is required. You have to download that one. You have to link that one. Babel, here there is Babel standalone. This is required. Remember, Babel is a very big compiler. In that, you don't need all of them because it is used by all technologies. So currently, to use React, this is enough. This Babel standalone library is enough. I will select this Babel standalone. Okay, let's copy the CDN link for that. This is the CDN link for Babel standalone. Copy that Babel standalone. Okay. And you put it in this here. Now remember, when you are keeping JavaScript files, I hope you know order dependency also important. For CSS, there is no problem. For JavaScript, order dependency is important. That means first file should be React development, second file should be React DOM development, third file should be Babel. Any mismatch in the order, it will not work, right? You need to keep in the same order. So 3 libraries you need: React, React DOM, and Babel. And what are the libraries you got? This is for React.js library. Here you need 2 libraries. What is it? So one is React development dot what JS, and you need another one, React DOM development dot JS. You need 2 libraries, React DOM and this one. Another one, so you have to download another one. So get CDN link of Babel compiler. Actually, Babel, which compiler? Standalone compiler. Standalone compiler. So this is the Babel standalone compiler. This is the official location I will share. This is the official location where you can get it. That is the official location where you can get it. So this is Babel standalone compiler. Okay. Now your page is ready for using React. Now observe carefully here. Now what I want to take control over this div and put some message inside div as welcome to React. Then what we have to do, we have to write a script in this page. And in very important point here, this script is not ordinary JavaScript. Generally, when you write script, you learn MIME type text/JavaScript. But this is the script which need to be compiled by Babel. That means now you have to write script type text/Babel. Otherwise, it will be translated by an interpreter in browser which cannot understand React. Understood? The interpreter of browser can understand only JavaScript. It cannot understand React. So you have to invoke Babel library. You have to tell it's mandatory. Now here, very simple option. We have React DOM dot render. This is the method. React DOM dot render. React DOM dot render. Render is nothing but React DOM is going virtual. Remember, I told you that original and virtual DOM. Last session we discussed that. Original DOM is created. Its copy virtual DOM is maintained. We React have to access that virtual DOM. In that virtual DOM, it should render output. I told you the process, remembered? I told you the process like markup. Markup is converted to bytes. Bytes are converted to characters. Characters are converted to tokens. Tokens are converted to node. Node is converted into DOM. DOM undergo layout, undergo the process of render, and render will present paint output. The process you know. Now what we have to do is, by using render method, into the virtual DOM, we want to render a message called welcome to React. Where you want to render this? Comma, you have to tell where to render this. Where to render inside this div. How to access the div? How to access the div? Tell me in JavaScript, how do you access this div now? So React also uses the same virtual DOM method. Virtual DOM also same method. Is it having any ID? It is not having any ID. If it is having ID, suppose we will put an ID here as root. You can give any ID. Traditionally, we give like that. If even you don't have an ID, doesn't matter because we can use query selector, document.query selector. Now we have to access that document.get element by ID. Which one? Root. In that, it will render the output. So now React is going to invoke the virtual DOM. It will get the element called div, and in the div, it will display this message, welcome to React. But remember, this is not new technique. This is old technique. Now you see here in the home page, it should display welcome to React. Right? I will take you from here. I will add one anchor. So index, okay. And href is equal to index.html. And you see now I go to index. This is the page. In this page, React is not there. In this page, React is not there. In this page, React is there. React is displaying a message inside the div, welcome to React. But this is old version. This is not new. You can see, I will right click and go to inspect. When I go to inspect, you can see there are some warnings and errors. You go to the console. In the console, it says that, so warning is you are using in-browser Babel. That's okay, fine. It is saying that a compiler is working, right? You make sure that for production, don't compile in browser, compile in app only. It is saying that currently in browser, it is compiling. For production, don't try this. It is showing warning. We know that in browser, if it is compiling, can you tell what the technique called as? If in browser, it is compiling, what the technique called as? You can compile in browser, you can compile in application. If you are compiling in browser, it is called JIT, just in time. If you are compiling outside the browser, it is called AOT, ahead of time. JavaScript applications use two compiling techniques. You learned in JavaScript introduction, right? So JavaScript compilers have two techniques, AOT technique, JIT. JIT means just in time and AOT means ahead of time. That means in browser it is compiling, it is JIT. Before coming to browser, it is compiled, then it is AOT. At production level, it is saying that use AOT technique. Currently, it is using JIT. That's okay. Another point is it is showing that React DOM.render is no longer supported in React 18 because it is old version. It is old version, but it is working. It is working because React is backward compatible. Backward compatible means even the new version is available. Our projects can use still old version and build apps. Only the point is they don't provide updates to it. That means they say that we are not going to add any new things into old version. It is finished now, right? If you are using old version, then you have limited features. If you are using latest version, all latest features you can add into that, right? Up to React 18, this is how we use. That means you can put anything. So that means we can put anything here. Welcome to React, and observe carefully now. If I don't mention text Babel, type as text Babel, and you can see it cannot work. It cannot work because usually type will be, you learned in JavaScript text slash what? JavaScript. text JavaScript will display like this, and you can see it is not working anymore. Because now text is not JavaScript, it is what type? Babel. This is important. Actually, there are two methods. You can use Babel, you can use also. JSX. JSX is JavaScript extension. Usually the JSX is also, this is the JavaScript extension library. But usually what we do is instead of JSX, we use what? Babel. So that it is very simple and clear. Because what is JSX, you will learn later. Understand about this. So am I building a React application here? I'm not building a React application. I'm using React in an existing application. And not in entire application, only in one page. Actually, here you can do a lot of things. I'll tell you components, how the components are used, how they are handled, and all. This is up to 18. From 18 version onwards, how to use. That I will show you in next session. Tomorrow we will do that. First, up to this, you need to try. Right? All these notes I am going to upload into the class. You have classroom code now, right? So I will upload everything into that class. You have to check from that class. All this process, you try this today. And if there is any difficulty, any issue, in tomorrow session, I will take the doubts if you have any problem. Otherwise, in tomorrow session, we will see how to use React in existing application with latest version. What latest version recommends? Latest version is 18.2. Up to 18 version, this is the process. From 18 onwards, how to use. That process also I will show you. We will learn both. Old version, how to manage, and the new. Because if you directly learn only new version, you will not fit in projects now. Why? Because your companies are not using the latest version currently. They are still using the old. Then you will face problems. If they are using latest, recent projects, they will use. Then it's okay. Otherwise, you should know both techniques. Huh? So this is up to which version? 18. From 18 onwards, how it works, that we will see in tomorrow. Okay, right. Yeah, this upgrading, how to upgrade from old version to new version, everything you will learn later. Huh? Once you know how to build, then later you can learn how to upgrade. Huh? Yes, you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can talk.
Hello, sir. Sir, I have completed my HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But in JavaScript, I have only completed some topics only. Up to hello.
Yes.
In JavaScript, what all concepts are going to use in React, sir?
Everything. A to Z of JavaScript.
Like collections and hooks also.
JavaScript don't have any collections. We have only one array.
Okay.
Anything collections, you know, in JavaScript?
No, I haven't went up to there. Only arrays
JavaScript is required, especially to be strong in functions and concepts.
Okay, okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
So the current Pritam here. Are we having Flux concept in this